They say like father, like son, and in MLB normally it happens often that a player has his son follow him into the sport, as often happens in others like pro wrestling, NBA, NFL, and so on. A lot of father-son duos have played over the years, and in the MLB the most known would probably be Barry and his dad Bobby Bonds. Also Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. The Marlins have on the team both Ryan Weathers and Griffin Conine. Both guys are kids of ex-players for the Marlins in the 90s and early 2000s. Conine being the son of Jeff Conine, who's looked as Mr. Marlin by fans as he won World Series rings on both 97 and 03 with the team. So this sort of thing is typical, but this last couple of days they brought back up Victor Mesa Jr. Now, his name might not ring a bell with a lot of you because his dad wasn't a known major league hitter or pitcher, but he played in Cuba and was a well-known communist and major Fidel Castro and revolution supporter. He snitched on others to help Castro. And this is not me making it up. Folks, he is still, until this day, glorifying his friendship and time helping the communist, and still considers himself a communist. He raised both his sons, Victor Mesa, who was the oldest, and Victor Mesa Jr., the youngest. Victor Mesa signed with the Miami Marlins for $5.25 million, while his brother Victor Jr. signed for $1 million. When they both got here and were able to sign with the MLB team, as they were not drafted via their schools or in the normal draft. A lot of Cuban fans didn't like the move, but the team has lost so much fan base over the years with bad owners and front office who don't listen to fans, that the backlash, while bad, wasn't as bad as it should be. The team should know better than to make this cultural mistake. You don't bring a known son of a communist whose dad is hated to play in the heart of the community where his dad is hated. This could be why they don't draw fans, you think? The older brother spent 3 years in the minors and never took off until 2023, when he literally took off and left the team in mid-season and never returned to the team's minors. And he's considered, as of now, sort of retired. The younger brother just made it up this year for his call-up, and on his birthday, he hit a home run. He hasn't made much noise in the minors or majors also, but has shown more flashes of being a decent hitter than his older brother, who once considered a top prospect, totally flopped. As you can imagine, the Cuban community are really upset with the Marlins over them signing these two, as the dad represents everything we have had hate for in our soul for the last 60-plus years. The Castros and current Cuban dictatorship is pure evil, so it cuts deep knowing this team is now employing someone as a player whose dad helped the Castros and is still in favor of what he did. Victor Mesa Sr. acknowledged being a communist in a 2020 TV interview, which was cited as a reason the United States denied him permanent residency in early 2022. This statement contrasted with his background as a former Cuban baseball player and manager, who had previously been considered for permanent residency in this country. Now picture this, under Trump, he was told no cause he's a communist, and under Biden, he's allowed in because he's a communist. Tells you a lot, right? So now we're stuck with a communist ball player in the middle of Little Havana playing for the Miami Marlins. The team has got some backlash, but not as much as when once manager Ozzie Guillen made pro-Fidel Castro comments years back and got let go at the end of that year. The sad thing is, these two brothers were signed by Jeter and Kim Ng, the DEI-hired GM lady who is now gone, and both are left liberals in their radical mind also. This is troubling as I don't know Bruce Sherman, the owner, or his politics, or that of current GM Peter Bendix. But having this guy on the roster is bad news. If it blows up in their face, this is the second time they bring in someone pro-Castro to an area full of Cubans. Someone get them the memo, please. We don't like communists. His own words, he called himself a communist and snitch, on TV and radio, and still, again, doesn't deny his friendship for Fidel or feeling of being a communist. During the interview, the lines open, and a fan of the program called to tell Victor Mesa that he was a communist, to which Mesa replied, "Yes, I am," and doubles down on still being one. The program I speak about is on the video here in Spanish, so I will translate for you. But when the host took the call, he noticed there was tension, so he tried to calm down the caller by asserting that he himself, the host, was anti-communist, but that everyone was free to think as they wished. In past interviews, Victor Mesa expressed his admiration for Fidel Castro, So we are ashamed that the team in Miami that plays in the heart of Little Havana would welcome with open arms this ball player. We hope this doesn't last, and for once I find myself actually rooting for a member of this team to fail, and fail hard. So let's see how this one works out for the team which is already not drawing fans as it is. Will the Cubans stay away? Will they support a communist ball player and the son of a hated communist pro-Fidel Castro Cuban player? Only time will tell. Until such time, stay communist-free. AI Pure Solid News.